I am still above 500. And, I think week 7 was pretty chill. It started off, it was a great Thursday night football game compared to the ones prior to it. You know, the Saints would have had this one, but Andy Dalton threw 3 interceptions, one not on his. No, shouldn't have been his fault because if it hits the receiver's hands and then it gets intercepted by a receiver, I mean the defender, that should go to the receiver. But they're not going to make that stat line yet. So I had hope that maybe the Bengals were getting a little cocky, but then they aired it out on them, on the Falcons. Yeah, I don't know what their run game is with the Bengals, but the Falcons couldn't stop them in the air. When it comes down to this game, the Titans and the Colts, the Titans just own the Colts from what I've seen recently. Matt Ryan's gone for the season too. He got benched. A lot. It came close. It came close to the Packers getting this win because the refs were helping them at the end. I'm sorry that little, especially when they scored 21 on a drive where they scored 21 points, or one. It was either the last drive or one of it was. It was like, yeah, it was the drive they scored 21, and they got that hands to the face call on Sweat for the Commanders, and it was like there was nothing there. I thought they were going to pull a little lines on the Commanders when they just started calling phantom penalties, but the Commanders pulled off the win, and the Packers are in free fall. I hope this was the shocker. You don't really have a starting quarterback. You traded away Christian McCaffrey, but you absolutely beat the Buccaneers. That drop that Brady had to his receiver, I think, what's his name? Mike Evans? I don't know. Wide open, dropped it. The Giants are legit. They were down for what I saw most in that game. They came back and won and made a great stop right there at the goal line, at the 1 yard line against the Jags. All right, Giants. I think this is the first time. How? Wait, I think this is the first time, not just that they have a winning record, but they have won more than 5 games in like what, 5 years or so? So yeah, that's impressive. Ravens ended up getting the win. Thank God. It wouldn't have come that close if it wasn't for the fumble by Justice Hill. You know, and then you got people complaining about that whole false start penalty. The refs called the wrong penalty. It was actually a snap infraction because the long snapper for that field goal attempt, he set the ball down. Everyone got set, and then he made a sudden movement with it, and that's why there was a jump. The call was a legal snap infraction, legal snap. Why they call false start, I'll never know. But yeah, Ravens get the win, and they got a short week. Buccaneers too. The Cowboys started off shaky from when I was watching this game, but then Dak got it together, trusting his run game, and the Cowboys ended up getting the win. NFC East, they're going crazy. The Jets, they're doing great as well. The Broncos, I didn't expect to do anything, although it did come close towards the end. But Sauce Gardner, he's doing great for a rookie corner. 7 weeks, hasn't allowed a touchdown yet. That's impressive. I thought he would at least got it in the first 4 weeks, but he hasn't let one out. He hasn't let one through yet. The Raiders beat the Texans. It looked like the Texans had this one, but then the Raiders took over later in the game. And it's good that they came back off the bye with a win. Let's see how they do for the rest of the season. The Seahawks, I'm so glad I picked them. I had that feeling that the Seahawks just have the momentum on their side. Geno Smith is playing lights out. He's playing amazing. Like, I don't know what happened with I don't care what happened with his past, man. What he's doing now is like that. Justin Herbert, man, hasn't been so far, man. He has like certain games he plays well, but when it comes down to the Chargers, their coach. That's their coach, man. Going for it on fourth. Just take the points. When you're on a good side in field goal range, you got to take those points, especially early in the game. The Chiefs ended up beating the 49ers. They tried to put this out to be like a Super Bowl rematch, and I made this video. I made this my prediction for this game before this the CMC trade. So it was good seeing him move the ball with the 49ers CMC, but yeah, there's only so much you can do when you only have a couple days with the team. But if you can't get to Mahomes, man, it's just hard to beat the Chiefs passing game. Because if you blitz him, he just goes short to Kelsey. If you don't blitz him, he just scrambles around, gets time down the field. Yeah, honestly speaking, I think the Chiefs are illegal. They need to be suspended for like 3 weeks. The Dolphins almost should have blown this game, should have lost this game. Tua came back, congrats to that, but he put himself in harm's way, I think twice from what I've seen, and he threw almost 4 interceptions. I don't know what was going on with the Steelers secondary. I know if it had been against the Ravens, they would have been like, oh yeah, we got 4 interceptions. But Kenny Pickett, fans, you wanted him out there. Honestly speaking, I wouldn't have put him out there unless you knew your season was lost, and they put him in at the end of the season, get some experience. But you put him in there so soon, and now look at you, 2-5. Yeah, but look at the bright side. You got some good news that TJ Watt might be coming back within 3 weeks. The Patriots, my gosh, I regret it. I didn't pick the Patriots off the success of Bailey Zappi. I picked them off because of coaching from Bill Belichick. I figured Fields wouldn't be the way the Bears been playing, wouldn't have done that well. But the Bears offense seemed to have got it together. The defense too. Whoop! I wish notification didn't go off. But yeah, it was interesting watching that game. I enjoyed it. Although I didn't like the fact that Belichick pulled Mac Jones off of the one interception that people are saying hit a wire. But honestly speaking, the way the game went, I don't think that it would have mattered. Yeah. So that was week 7, and I'm sitting at 59-48. We go into week 8. Tonight, we got the Ravens versus the Buccaneers in Tampa. And you know me, I'm always picking the Ravens. The way I look at this game, a lot of stuff is going wrong with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. They can't get a run game going from what I've seen. They're missing a lot of people due to injury tonight. And, can't really have Brady throw so much, man. He is a great quarterback, but he is getting old. The Ravens have a great run game going. I think they, fix things up, but from what I've seen with Ravens Twitter, the offense for the Ravens, when it comes down to the passing game, it's just a little stale. National Tight Ends Day last week, and there was nothing they could do to get Mark Andrews involved. Likely had a catch. I was gonna say Ricard, but Ricard's not a tight end. Yeah, the offensive coordinator for the Ravens, man, it makes no sense. He keeps putting people that shouldn't be in the slot in the slot. Like, you put your fullback in the slot, what's he gonna do? Run 5 yards down the field and what? But I think the Ravens got this game. Defense knows full well what's going on, and I'm looking forward to it. This is in London. I do not care for the Broncos anymore. Let's go Jacksonville. Panthers and the Falcons. While it was an impressive showing from the Panthers last week and beating the Buccaneers, I think the Falcons will get this one. The Bears and the Cowboys. 2 weeks ago, I would have picked the Cowboys. But how the Bears played last week, this past Monday, I might go with the Bears on this. But they did trade away one of their guys. But they got a good run defense. I'll go with the Bears still. The Dolphins and the Lions. I'm going with the Dolphins. I had high hopes for the Lions, but they just fell off after, I think, week 3 or 4. The Vikings and the Cardinals. This is a good one. I want to say the Vikings. But when I didn't pick the Cardinals, I didn't. This is going to be an interesting one. I don't know what to pick. Because DeAndre Hopkins is back, and the Cardinals made an effort to make sure people knew he was back against the Saints. This could go either way. I mean, majority of people picking the Vikings, but I think this is a game that could go either way. I'll go against the grain, and I'll pick the Cardinals on this. The Raiders and the Saints. And then this is another one that could go either way. But I think the Raiders are getting themselves together. So I'll pick the Raiders. The Patriots and the Jets. Again, I mean, if you were to tell me at the start of the season that the Jets would be 5-2 ahead of the Patriots in the division, I would say you're crazy. And I would have picked the Patriots, no problem. But how it's been going so far? Yeah, I'm picking the Jets. They did lose their running back, but they did get another from the Jags. The Eagles are coming off a bye, undefeated, going up against a Steelers team that has no pass rush. Well, no decent pass rush. A secondary that's going to be looking forward to redeeming themselves for their failed attempts at catching an interception. And a quarterback that has pretty much been thrown into the fire. I'm going with the Eagles. The Eagles shouldn't lose this game. This is the definition of a trap game. The Eagles should not lose this game. They better come into this game and be like, yo, we gotta be on our A game from the jump. Because I think the Steelers will benefit from this if they have a short field. If you have them starting from on like the 20 from their side of the 30, I think they'll have a hard time. The Eagles should win this one. Oi. Texans, what's going on? I think I saw something about Tannehill being hurt. And I don't know what to do on this one, but they still got Derrick Henry, so I'm gonna go with the Titans. Majority of people pick the Colts for this, but Matt Ryan has been benched for the rookie quarterback. And Heinicke has more experience in being clutch in some games. So I'm going to go with the Commanders. I think they'll become 500 after this game. The 49ers and the Rams. Normally I would have picked the Rams. But the way they've been performing, I'm going to pick the 49ers. CMC is going to have more experience with the playbook now. So that'll happen. Now, this is a game that I don't think anyone saw coming. This is the only game this week that you have two teams that are above 500, that have winning records. Like, look at it. The Ravens are 4-3 against 3-4. 2-5, 2-5. Under 500 versus over. Same. Under 5, blah, blah, blah. Like, none of these teams have a winning record. None of these games have teams with winning records. Let me rephrase that. None of these teams have games with a winning record team versus another winning record team except for the Giants and the Seahawks, who I'm pretty sure everyone at the start of the season, I guess, we're probably going like, And there's no way the Giants will be 6-1 or have a winning record at this point. And same with the Seahawks. And it's like, oh, wait, we traded with Russell Wilson. We got to put in Geno Smith. We're not going to be all that good. But look at it. That is amazing. This will be an awesome game. Like if I legit would want this flexed, because this game with the Packers and the Bills is going to end up with the Bills destroying the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, freaking drama queen prima donna, bad mouthing his receivers again. Like if that's supposed to be some sort of reverse psychology, this is like the second, third time this season he's done it. I don't think so. And then the Monday night, this one, Giants and the Seahawks should be flexed on Monday. The way these two teams have been playing, because the Bengals are going to beat the Browns. So it's like, who do I pick? From what I've seen, the Seahawks have been pretty much an all-around team throughout the game, and the Giants seem to come back and hold out for the fourth. So, I'm going to go with the Seahawks. But it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game. Better than these two. In this game, it's going to be... The Bengals are going to run up the score. Mixon will probably get like maybe a short yardage run, a touchdown on the ground. But you know, it's going to be the Burrow show. And Chase. And I'll probably put up probably put up 47. Yeah, let's go with that. So those are my picks. I'm still have a winning record. I'm locked in.